Hi everyone, Jai Jagannath. आज आम जानिबा टॉप 50 मोस्ट फ्रिक्वेंटली रिपीटेड हार्ड कोर MCQs for RI ARI SFS and Forest Guard exams. First question है which of the following element has the highest electrical conductivity among all metals? Answer is silver. Silver has the highest electrical and thermal conductivity of any metal because it has a single valence electron that moves with little resistance. Next question है the phenomenon of total internal reflection TIR does not occur when light travels from dash A water to glass. Answer is water to glass. The total internal reflection occurs only when light travels from a denser medium to a rarer medium. Glass is a denser medium, denser than water. That's why the answer is A. Which plant hormone is primarily responsible for apical dominance and root initiation? Answer is auxin. Auxin promotes the growth of the main central stem apical dominance, that is apical dominance, and stimulates root development. Next question is what is the primary constituent of biogas and natural gas? Answer is methane. Methane CH4 makes up around 50 to 75% of biogas and over 90% of natural gas. 5 number question, which human endocrine gland is often called the master gland but is itself controlled by the hypothalamus? Answer is pituitary gland. The pituitary gland secretes hormone controlling other glands, but its secretions are regulated by the hypothalamus. Next question is the blue color of sky and the reddish appearance of the sun at sunrise or sunset are due to scattering of light. Rayleigh scattering causes shorter blue wavelength to scatter more in midi while longer red wavelength dominate at the horizon. 7 number question है which acid is present in the sting of ants and bees that causes pain of burning sensation? Answer is methanoic acid. Which of the following cell organelles is responsible for cellular respiration and ATP generation? Mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria are known as the powerhouse of the cell where aerobic respiration occurs to produce ATP. Next question is what is the main physical principle behind the working upon optical fiber? Answer is what is the main physical principle behind the working upon optical fiber? TIR, total internal reflection. Optical fiber transmit data as light pulses trapped inside the core via continuous total internal reflection. If you want this PDF of all PDFs जहाँकि मु क्लास करछे से सब PDF आपन जदि फ्री रे पाइबा पई चाहुचंती बेले एही नंबर रे मेसेज करंतु WhatsApp नंबर रे आपन को जते PDF अछि सब फ्री रे दिया हबो 7326068331. Which chemical compound is universally used as plaster of Paris? Which compound? Calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Next, plaster of Paris is CaSO4 0.5 H2O or half H2O prepared by heating gypsum calcium sulfate dihydrate to about 373 Kelvin. Which vitamin contains a metal atom at its center and is essential for RBC, red blood cell maturation? Answer is B12. B12. Vitamin B12 cyanocobalamin contains a cobalt ion at its coordination center. Next question. An object is placed between two parallel plane mirror. The number of image formed will be infinite. Which metal is preserved or kept immersed under kerosene oil due to its extreme reactivity with air and moisture? Answer is sodium. Sodium react violently with water vapor and oxygen in the air, so it is stored in inert kerosene. The blood cell responsible for immune response and defense against pathogens are leukocytes. Leukocytes, white blood cell, form the primary active component of the body's immune defense mechanism. The velocity of sound is maximum in which of the following media? Answer is steel. Sound travels fastest in solids because elastic properties and high density allow rapid mechanical vibration transfer. Next question is, what is the primary function of phloem tissue in plants? Phloem, for foods. Xylem, jolo, water. Phloem actively translocates organic nutrients, sucrose, from leaves to other plant parts, while xylem handles water. Which of the following process is responsible for the energy production inside the sun? Nuclear fusion. Hydrogen nuclei fuse into helium under extreme heat and pressure, releasing immense energy by Einstein's mass energy equivalence. What is the common chemical name of bleaching powder? Calcium oxychloride. Bleaching powders is calcium oxychloride CaOCl2 produced by passing chlorine gas over dry slag lime. Minamata disease is a neurological syndrome caused by severe poisoning of which heavy metal? Answer is mercury. Minamata disease was first discovered in Japan due to the release of industrial methyl mercury into water bodies. Next question is, which device is used to convert AC into DC, alternating current into direct current? Answer is rectifier. Rectifier convert करे AC to DC. A rectifier utilizes diodes to allow current flow in only one direction, effectively converting AC to DC. What is the main chemical component found in the cells of molluscs and bird's egg? Calcium. सेल रे को केमिकल थाए मोलस्कास एंड बार्ड एग रो कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट अंडा छिलका calcium carbonate CaCO3 form the rigid structural component of egg cell and marine mollusca cell. Deficiency of which hormone leads to diabetic insipidus characterized by extreme thirst and heavy urination? Which hormone? Deficiency of which hormone? Anti-diuretic hormone, vasopressin. Deficiency of ADH, vasopressin reduces water reabsorption in renal tubes, leading to excessive diluted urine production. An emulsion is a colloidal system consisting of which two phases? Which two phases? Liquid to liquid. An emulsion is a maximum mixture of two or more liquids that are normally immiscible. Example: milk, mayonnaise. Escape velocity of Earth's surface is approximately 11.2. Which component of the human eye controls the amount of light entering into it by adjusting the pupil size? କିଏ adjust करे pupil size को आखिरे light ଯିବା ପାଇଁ? Iris. The iris is a colored muscular diaphragm that contracts or dilates to regulate light admission through the pupil. Brass is an alloy of consisting of which primary metals? Brass, copper and zinc. Brass is composed of copper and zinc, where bronze is made up of copper and tin. Which pigment is responsible for the red color of human blood cells and binds with oxygen molecules? Hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is an iron-rich metal protein in red blood cell that reversible binds and transports oxygen. Which type of lens is used to correct the vision defect known as myopia, nearsightedness? Answer is concave lens. A concave diverging lens spreads light rays before the enter the eye, pushing the image back onto the retina. 29. The gas primarily responsible for the global warming effect due to its abundance from fossil fuel is, answer is carbon dioxide. Next, carbon dioxide account for the largest share of anthropogenic greenhouse gas warming effect globally. Which enzyme present in human saliva initiates the breakdown of starch into simpler sugar? Answer is salivary amylase, ptyalin. Salivary amylase break chemical bond in complex carbohydrates to turn starch into maltose during mastication. Next, what is the SI unit of magnetic flux? Answer is Weber. Weber WB is the SI unit of magnetic flux, while Tesla is the unit of magnetic flux density. Next, which element has the highest electronegativity value on the Pauling scale? Answer is fluorine. Answer is fluorine. Next, fluorine is the most electronegative element, value 4.0, meaning it has the strongest tendency to attract electrons. In the human digestive system, the major site for complete digestion and nutrient absorption is, answer is small intestine. The small intestine inner walls contain villi that maximize absorption of fully digested nutrients into the bloodstream. Which fundamental force keeps nucleons, that is proton and neutron, bound together inside an atomic nucleus? Answer is strong nuclear force. The strong nuclear force is the strongest fundamental force, overcoming electrostatic repulsion to bind nucleons. The method of heating an ore in the absence of limited supply of air below its melting point is called. Answer is calcination. Calcination involves thermal treatment of carbonate ores in limited oxygen, while roasting applies to sulfide ores with excess air. Next question. Which component of blood is directly responsible for blood clotting at injury sites? Answer is thrombocytes, platelets. Platelets adhere to damaged vessel walls and release coagulation factors to convert fibrinogen into a stabilizing fibrin clot. Next is when a moving bus suddenly, the passenger tends to lean forward. This is due to inertia of what? Inertia of motion. According to Newton's first law, the lower body stops with the bus while the upper body continues moving forward due to inertia. Jadatva. The next question, the conversion of a solid directly into vapor phase without passing through the liquid state is known as sublimation. Sublimation occurs when solids like camphor, dry ice or iodine absorb energy and transition straight to gas. Next question. Which structural part of the brain control involuntary functions such as heartbeat, blood pressure and respiration? Answer is medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata. The medulla oblongata, located in the hindbrain, acts as the primary autonomic center for life-sustaining cardiovascular and respiratory tasks. Next question is, what is the pH value of pure neutral water at room temperature? pH value of water. Answer is 7. At 25 degrees Celsius, the concentration of H plus and OH minus ions are equal, yielding a neutral pH of exactly 7. Next question. An ecosystem's primary producer, that is green plants, occupy which trophic level? Answer is first trophic level. Producer converts solar energy by photosynthesis, forming the foundational first trophic level of food chains. The instrument used to measure very high temperatures, such as those of furnaces or stars, is pyrometer. Next, a pyrometer estimates extremely temperatures remotely by measuring the thermal radiation emitted by the body. Which functional group is characterized by the presence of a double bond between a carbon atom and an oxygen atom, that is C double bond O, at the end of a carbon chain? That is aldehyde. CHO. Aldehyde passes a thermal carbonyl group, that is CHO bond CHO, where the carbon is bonded by hydrogen and double bonded to oxygen. CHO. Which structural and functional unit of the human kidney filter blood to form urine? Answer is nephron. Structural and functional unit of kidney. Each kidney contains millions of microscopic nephrons that carry out ultrafiltration, selective reabsorption and secretion. Next, what happens to the weight of an iron nail when it undergoes rusting? Decrease, increase, remain identical, fast decrease then increase. Answer is increase. Rusting involves chemical bonding of oxygen and moisture to iron, forming hydrated iron oxide, which weighs more than iron alone. Next is, sound waves cannot travel through which of the following media? ABCD. Absolute vacuum. Sound waves are mechanical longitudinal waves requiring a material medium to propagate. They cannot travel through empty space. Which part of a flower becomes the fruit after successful fertilization occurs? Ovary. Post fertilization, the zygote develops into a seed from the ovule, while the surrounding ovary swells into a mature fruit. Next is, the legal, safe and commercial limits of alcohol content in breath analyzer test is based on the chemical oxidation of ethanol using acidified potassium dichromate. Acidified potassium dichromate. Breathalyzer use organs acidified potassium dichromate, which change to green chromium sulfate upon oxidation by ethanol. The depletion of the Earth's stratospheric ozone layer is primarily driven by the catalytic action of dash. Answer is free chlorine radicals. CFC, chlorofluorocarbons, break down under UV rays to release chlorine radicals, which continuously decompose ozone molecules. The hereditary genetic material present in almost all living organisms is. Answer is deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA. Next, deoxyribonucleic acid stored and passes along genetic information across generation in cellular life forms. Next question is 50. Okay. Thank you for watching till end. If you like this video, then please support us and subscribe your channel. If you like this video, then like it. If you dislike this video, then dislike it. Thank you. Jai Jagannath.